everyone, my name is Heidi and you have found my channel about cross stitch and whatever else comes across my mind. And I don't know what that's going to be today because this is about my 11th try to start this video because my brain is somewhere else. So bear with me, kids. I have my notes. I'm definitely going to need them, clearly. It's a struggle already. Today is, I don't know, August 6th, I believe. It's a Wednesday, and it is nice and rainy and dreary here in Southwest Virginia. I don't think it stopped raining for the past couple hours, and it doesn't look like by the radar there's any end in sight. So, good day for WIP Parade. That's what's on store for y'all today. I'm a little late for the mid-year WIP Parade, but technically, I guess August is still mid-year. We're going to run with it. So, I have everything set up. I only have one cat in the she shed here with me, so we'll see how interesting this gets. The rain might be keeping him in the house, so might not have the antics that we had the last time. So there's that, which is good because we have a lot of stuff stacked up in here today. As is traditional with the mid-year or any WIP parade, is because it tends to get a few more viewers than usual. If there's anyone new here today, I'm going to do a quick little introduction. So my name, again, is Heidi. I am in Southwest Virginia, outside of Roanoke, Virginia, in the Blue Ridge Mountains. But I'm originally from Ohio, as you might be able to tell by random things hanging on the wall behind me. Go Bucks, it's almost football season. And we will be, gosh, I've been here since 1998. Gosh, that's a hot minute. Anyways, I'm a respiratory therapist at a local hospital, and that pretty much helps me pay for all my cross stitch. I still can't speak today. My cross stitch addictions. That, and I do have an Etsy store, the Cottage Cat Designs, where I make and sell floss drops and thread conditioner and thread books and all kinds of goodies. I'll link all that below. If you stick around to the end, I will show you some of the new designs I've got. So stay tuned for that. I am married to the world's most tolerant man, Rusty. I am stepmomster to two awesome kids, Zach and Abby. I am a little sis to my beautiful, wonderful, talented sister, Holly, who makes project bags, retreat bags, tote bags. She's doing all kinds of stuff. She's the sewer. She got the sewing bug. I did not. Right here, that really pretty bag is a retreat bag. And if you're interested, she'll hook you up. I'll link all her stuff below too. I guess last but not least, I am cat mom to four quirky, crazy furballs, the cottage cats. So there's the quick and dirty intro. I learned from my grandmother how to cross stitch back in the 80s, which blows my mind, was 40 years ago. Good God. Isn't that weird? I mean, when you stop and think about it, the 80s were 40 years ago. Anyways, let's not think about it. Moving right along. God bless Grandma Frida. She taught me how to cross stitch. And God bless cross stitch and all the amazing designers and whatnot, because it sure has come a long way. And I know any of you that were stitching with me back in the 80s and all the precious moments. And remember the geese? You put a goose on everything, and it was like in country blue. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Thank God we've come a long way. And that's what continues to blow my mind, how amazing all this is. Uh-oh, we have movement on the cat front. The one in here with me is Dolly, and forever we called her Mama. Oh, she's just rearranging herself. You might not see her. She's a calico tortie cat. I'd say she's more of a tortie cat. She's really pretty. She looks like the last cat put together for the day, you know. One leg's kind of orangey, one leg's kind of tabby, face is kind of white. She's all over the place. So that's why we called her Dolly, for the coat of many colors, right? And Dolly Parton, right? And then we always called her Mama, because she was the mama cat that we brought in with the 5 kittens. And so now we call her the Dolly Mama. So anyways, you might see her. We'll see. how interested she gets in all of this. Anywho, looking at my notes, sorry. Started the Flosstube 2 years ago. And I'm sure I'm glad I did. It's been so much fun meeting you. Your comments have always been amazing. And I'm truly blessed beyond measure to have met a lot of you and call you my friends now. So thank you for that. So that's basically the down and dirty of it. And we'll try to get this show started. Again, this is my mid-year WIP parade. I have 35 projects for you. Only 35. I've prepped absolutely none of it other than put them in order from oldest to newest. And you know what? That's if I pull the right box at the right time. So, you know, I know you don't care, right? I don't either. It was just nice to know what I had listed. They were all still here and easily found. So, call that a win. Anywho, I'm going to show you that. Like I said, I have a few new floss drop designs I'll show you at the end. If you like dogs, cats, and Halloween, you might want to stick around for that. And then I don't really have any haul to show you because I've been busy making stuff and trying to save my money because I have 3 big events coming up here pretty quickly. I'll be at the Needlework Galleria in St. Charles, Missouri, whatever day that is. Let me look. September 4th through the 6th as a vendor. That's got the Embassy Suites Hotel in St. Charles, Missouri. It's kind of set up, it's my understanding, I've never been, set up kind of like the Nashville Needle Market, Nashville, whatever they call it, marketplace. And but anyone can come, as opposed to just having to be wholesale and whatnot. Anybody can get a ticket. You can come and see the 20 plus vendors. They have classes there. There's a handful of designers there. Sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting. So if you're in the St. Charles, Missouri area at all, or feel like you want to be, from September 4th to the 6th, stop by and check it out. I'll be there. Stop and say hello. Next up is going to be the Barefoot Needle Art Beach Retreat. That's in October 3rd through the 5th, I believe, in Myrtle Beach. It'll be my 3rd year going in the fall. I believe it's my 3rd year. And looking forward to that. I'll be a vendor there too, but that one's pretty casual. It's right on the ocean. Super awesome. I think there's still seats available. I think, when I was looking at their website the other day. So if you're interested or in the Myrtle Beach area at that time, get a ticket. They always put on a really good retreat. A lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff. A good time, and it's a good crowd, like around 200 people. So it's not overwhelming, but I mean, right on the ocean in October. The weather's usually pretty decent, knock on wood. So, and then after that, I have the Annabella's All Things Autumn Retreat in Williamsburg, which is a couple weeks later. Yeah, October 16th through the 18th. And I'm pretty excited because Paulette's going to be there from Plum Street Samplers. So I'm going to go a little fangirl. Because as you will see, like everyone else, I've got plenty of Plum Street. So looking forward to that. So again, if anybody's going to any of those retreats or events, leave me a note in the comments and stop and see me. I'd love to talk to you and say hello. Also, one more thing. I don't believe I've ever asked this before, so bear with me. I'm really close to 3,000 subscribers, and it like hangs there, and I've just been hanging there all year. So if you can find it in your heart to hit the like and or subscribe, that would be awesome. And push me over the little hump there, and I can get that little milestone behind me, and then maybe on the next video, we'll have a nice little giveaway for a celebration, because why not? Right? That's how we do it. And I've got plenty of stuff to give away. Look around me. I know you can't see. Again, this is where all the magic happens, all my junk. If I could do a pan around and actually get the camera back, maybe someday I'll do a little, you can see the she shed for what it's worth. It's, every corner is a trip down memory lane of all the crafty things I've gotten into over the years. But anyways, I've tried to purge here and there. Haven't we all? But anyways, like I said, from the oldest to the newest, 35 projects, nothing's ironed. You know, you gotta have life goals, maybe for the annual WIP parade, in January. I'll set that goal of maybe trying to have everything ready to go. But until then, I know y'all will forgive me. So, first up, look, I added some bling. A little bit of Hawk Run. This is my oldest one. Look at that little guy. I found him at, to help me, Cracker Barrel. They always have the cute little purse poles, or whatever you want to call them. And again, I prepped absolutely nothing. So yep, you're going to hear all kinds of zippers and rattling and whatever, and I'm sure we'll get through it. This is Hawk Run Hollow. Carriage House Samplings. And actually, I was just working on this one last night. It has come around in my rotation yet again. So I'm on that third block there. I was actually kind of measuring it out. I'm like, good God. Please tell me I have enough space there at the bottom, but it looks like I'm going to have plenty. If you've ever done a Hawk Run, you basically know that they are all darn near full coverage. But they're so darn cute. So many cool things. Let me see here. I'm doing this on Legacy. If I picture this plus 36 count, all the called for DMC. They make it easy. Kit it up and run with it. And I started this back in, September of 2022. I think I had gone to my local stitch group that I had just found on the Facebook, Mountain Stitchers. And we met up at some of the best pizza ever, Bellacino's. It was a good time. Always interesting when you go to a restaurant with your stitchy group and then the non-stitchers around are like, what are these freaks doing? Because, you know, everybody's like, toon, 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 toon. Here's your lights. Here's all your gear, your stands, whatever. I mean, it's kind of fun just to watch everyone else's reaction to it. Not gonna lie. It's kind of fun. Anyways. Oh, yes, I know. These are bags that my mama made me. When it comes to a bag that isn't made by my mama, I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it. Next up is a little Jeanette Douglas. Because who doesn't love Jeanette Douglas? This is Seasons by the Sea. I've recently started on this little guy down here. I'm on the 3rd season, finally. Can't really see the border that well. Yeah, it's not too bad. I finally remember to put the ring light up so maybe y'all can see the colors better this time around. But there she is. Absolutely Smurfly. Suggest that you buy the little thread packs for these. What am I on? I'm on Winter by the Sea. And because they're all silks, and to get that gorgeous variegation for those different borders and whatnot, you're absolutely going to have to get it. And then this way you don't have to buy all the different skeins, because some cross over and some don't. So they look like this. They're the tiny little things. They have all the little beads and embellishments that come with it, along with, of course, all the pretties. Highly recommend it. Christmas is coming. Put it on your wish list, kids. Because now she has a garden one. Have you seen it? Oh, the model was there at StitchCon. Took everything in me to not snap those bad boys up. It's so pretty. I'm like, no, I have to finish the Seasons by the Sea before I get the Seasons in the Garden. Anyways, that is on Maritime, a 36 count Maritime. Because I wanted to be able to see all the pretty colors in that one. Next up, again, another project bag by Mama. This is Nevermore by Tiny Modernist. Adorable. And super easy because it has exactly 3 whole colors. White, gray, and black. But let me tell you, this thing. So all you folks out there that stitch on black or dark gray with any regularity, God bless you, because you are much better than me. And the more I stitch on this every time it comes around, I'm like, oh yay, because I love the pattern. And then I'm like, oh God, stitching on this gray. It's a freaking nightmare. And I've heard all the tips. Oh, just put a light underneath you and dip, 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 dip. It's too much, y'all. It's too much. So, I feel so strongly about it. I've written a little something. And as you look upon the stitching, and you can only guess how much I've cussed. Not that that's any big stretch for those of you that actually know me. I'm going to read to you this little ode to Nevermore that I have written. And try to hold this up at the same time. I'll do what I can. But there she is. In all her glory. Ta-da! Making sure you can actually see it. Okay. Here we go. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I peered weak and weary over a quaint little pattern I bought from the store. While I squinted, barely seeing the tiny hole that needed needling, wishing for some better way of seeing this dreaded stitch that lies before. "'Tis too dark," I muttered, "this fabric I now abhor." Quoth the stitcher, "Nevermore." There you go, kids. That's how I feel about Nevermore. It sure is cute. The white stitches look like caca, but whatever. Someday it'll be done. I'd like to think next year. It's next. I mean, look, I'm working on Hawk Run. That means I get a little Jeanette Douglas action here in a couple weeks, or maybe next week. Probably next week. I have another big stretch off next week. And then this again. What I like to do is just wherever I'm starting. The beginning of this year, I started at the beginning. I put 1,000 stitches in, I go to the next one. I put 1,000 stitches in, I go to the next one. And so I made it to August. I kind of lost my stitchy mojo there in May. I was busy, I was at the beach, I was just not really feeling it. So I didn't really stitch a whole heck of a lot in May. So basically it took me 6 months to get through all my projects, which wasn't bad for 30 some. I only had like 30-ish at the time. And then went to StitchCon in June and started 5 because, you know, I'm a little crazy like that. But there were 5 that needed started. Is that right? Needed to be started? I don't know. And so here we go for the last half of the year. I hope to get to them all again. Anyways, next up is, again, didn't prep a thing, sorry. Let Freedom Ring by Leela's Studio. I'm doing this one on script by Fabric Flair, a 40 count. If you've been with me, you've heard the story. Because as you can see, kind of, sort of, there's the script on it. When I got the fat quarter, I thought, oh yeah, it'll be plenty big enough. Well, then I realized I had to turn it this way, so the script was actually kind of, you know, going the right direction as opposed to writing going up and down. Lesson learned. So that's why you see that pretty pink over here. I had my mama sew on an extra thing, a fabric there, so I could put it in the Q-snap because she's right up against it. But that's all right. She'll get in a frame someday. But anyway, as you can see, I got the border across the top. Flowers are awfully pretty. This is because of the holes on this fabric. It's very easy to stitch on. It's a fun stitch. Of course, I really haven't gotten into that beast of a building just yet. Stand by. The next time I do this, I might be singing a different tune, but we'll see. There's a little bit of over one there in the writing, but so far it hadn't been bad. I have had other over one and a couple other projects recently that definitely made me realize how much that can be really unpleasant. Using the called for pretty much DMC. I think it's all DMC. There might be one or two not DMC. I see something that isn't DMC in here. Old Covered Bridge, Calico Kitty. So, a little bit of a mix. Or I randomly have those threads in here, and you know how things are. They just move around. And we're all surprised by what we find in the project bag some days. Next up, the first Plum Street of my Plum Street offerings. Look, see, these are the little thread books. Taking a minute because I love this one because it sparkles. You see the sparkle? Sparkle. And this is how I use them. Got a little piece of vellum there so they don't marry on each other, but you holds it on there. Put it in my little project bag. I love them. I know I'm a little biased, but I really do love them. Here we go. It is Blackberry House. And every once in a while I gotta remind myself that, why is it called that? Well, because that tiny little house right there. Yeah, see it there. Because all I see is the beautiful urn. Whatever. Using the called for pretties. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. What did I stitch this on? Mystery fabric. That keeps it fun. It's pretty though. Here we go. Starting on the urn. Gosh, you wouldn't know that that's blue. Let's see here. How about that? She's a big girl. This must be 32 count. But it's gonna be pretty. Already is. Yes, I'm gonna give you a close-up of that. That color is gorgeous. See the modeling in the thread? Very pretty. She always picks out the best colors. I wish I had an eye for color. Not even close. Try to stick with boring. It's easier. All right. Oh, what could be next? Again, every time I see this one, I'm reminded. I bought it up in Columbus at Cross My Heart Limited. Hey, I could see that without my glasses, kids. You gotta be impressed by that. I know I am. Anyways, it's Lacy Cottage, Rosewood Manor. You could walk by this 100 times and go, meh, until you saw the model they had there. It was so cute. So pretty. These colors. I mean, again, here. There's those colors. And then here's just a taste of what the colors really look like. Totally different. Very bright. And this one has at least one other pattern on the back. Yeah, this other design is included in the booklet. Isn't that cute? Very cute. I like the peacock. I assume it's a peacock. Or it's a bird with some giant growth on its tail. I mean, stranger things have happened. And usually to me. Again, all the called for glory right there. In true Karen fashion. They're all very similar, but totally different. And they're glorious together. So, that is a Lacy Cottage Sampler by Rosewood Manor. Okay, here's the first bag that is not Mama's. This is Help me, Gamma's Treasures, up in Canada. I thought, oh, pretty. You'd think I'd put a Christmas thing in here. No. But I put a project in here that's so much fun, it's like Christmas every time I stitch on it. That would be Memories of the Past by Hands Across the Sea. Love it. If you don't have this one yet, kids, go get it. I don't know what you're waiting on. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All the DMC. Gorgeous. Have I said that it was pretty? It's pretty. Wouldn't you like to see the stitch? Yeah. I'm getting there. Look at this. Is she not gorgeous? I love that border, those colors for the alphabet. Just all the detail in it. The colors are just amazing. I can't see it, but I'm just shoving it up there real quick so you can see it close up. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It is absolutely like Christmas every time I stitch on this. So pretty. So pretty. Go buy it. Go buy it. You need it. 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list. Add to cart. Whatever you gotta do, but absolutely add it to your list, kids. Totally worth it. Oh my goodness. I didn't think so. I'm like, wait a minute. Actually, it's a mama bag. And another Plum Street. This one is Gathering Honey. And I'm almost done with this bad boy. Could I get it done this year? Thread book. Maybe. I hope so. I'm taking all the ones that are close to the retreats with me. Look at this. Look how close it is. Just some flipping fill in there at the bottom. A couple more words and an alphabet. Yes. This is stitched on Berkshire Hive. Another fabric flare, if you can see the cool little honeycomb on the behind it. That's what it was stitched up at the store up in Waynesboro. Awkward Silence, because I can't remember the name of it. Cross stitch something. Anyways. I suck, sorry. She's in Waynesboro, she's delightful. Tiny little store, chock full of absolutely amazing stuff. And she had that. She had the Blackberry House. I just went up there and I think bought all the Plum Street in 1 or 2 visits. Called for goodies on Berkshire Hive by Fabric Flare. What count was it? 32. Gonna make a prediction. That one's gonna get done. She's gonna get done this year. Because I've had absolutely, you know, those people, I do count my stitches just because I make working copies and I color out where I'm done, and so I just count. But that's just me, no big deal. I don't, looking back at my list of WIPs, because I at least have start dates written down in my little journal book, whatever. I haven't finished a freaking thing this year. I don't think. Maybe, well, maybe one of the Christmas thingies. We'll get to that. Yeah, I stink. What have I been doing? The heck have I been doing? I'm out here all the time. That's what I'm doing. Next up. This is a cute little bag from Barefoot Needle Art. They do a project. I love that. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. They do a project bag of the quarter. Do they do it monthly or quarterly? I don't recall. That's where I got theirs. And this is stitched on their gorgeous linen. They do a little bit of everything too. They have an awesome store down there in Surfside. You should go check them out. This is Country Cottage Needlework, Beach Boardwalk, stitching it on 40 count Sea Mist by Barefoot Needle Art. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful colors. So I started in the middle so I could make certain this thing was gonna fit. And then I worked the beach over to the end. So I'm about done with that one. I think as that comes around in the rotation, that little, there we go, business, sweet shop, whatever it is, that should definitely get done this year, and a good start on the next one. This is an easy stitch, a fun stitch. The colors are adorable. If you love the beach and the whole beach concept, here's all her pretty colors using all the called for. There we go. Super pretty. Love it. Would you like to see the actual picture of them? There, you know, it's country cottage needlework, so it's all the teeny tiny. You buy them all. You can either do them separate or as one big piece. On this one, I felt compelled to do one big piece, but I am doing the Santa's Village. You'll see that here in a little bit, and those I'm doing just as ornaments. I'm gonna do them singles. Man, when I look at this hair, I'm like, phew. Mama needs some help. Lord help me. My hair's a mess. Hey, we made it to the bottom of one box. This was a birthday start a couple years back, I believe. Yes, 2023, or at least into 2023. You may have seen this one a time or 200. It is Consider the Lilies by Heartstring Sampler. Beautiful. I love stitching on this one too. Highly recommend. If you have not already purchased said pattern, go grab it. There's the called for. And I do have the green part of the border done. And when I was, words are hard. When I was doing everything with Q-snaps and whatnot, for the most part, I always started in the upper left-hand corner. But now that I stitch in hand, it's easier for me to work from right to left, going this way. So I tend to now start over here. So once I finished the whole big green part of the border, then I came over here to this corner and started working all those motifs. Love it. I mean, such a pretty piece. Not hideously ginormous. I believe this is a 40 count. Where? I lied, it's a 46. So that's why I can hold it up without needing assistance. Because she a big girl. But so pretty, and all these little motifs. They're just so cute. Another piece I highly recommend. I love stitching on it when I roll around to it. Again, I do have a lot of really fun pieces. I did remember thinking on that as I went through it, this rotation. It's like, you know, there's only a couple, never more, that I'm really like, oh God, here we are again. It's like, or you are counting every stitch going, thank God, there's my 1,000 and I'm done. But no, these, sometimes I'd go over because I'm like, you know what, I just want one more day to play with that one because it's just fun. It's a fun stitch. So, let me switch some stuff out here. Next up, again, if you've been following me for a while, here's Stinkys Box. You know the story behind Stinkys Box. Okay, here we go. Oof! Stirred up the dust. I got Flosstube itchy nose. What's the story of Stinkys Box? In a nutshell, when we were cleaning out the house to sell after Mom passed, we had taken all this stuff to the auction that was left over, and the last time we stopped at the last delivery we had, there was Stinkys Box sitting there and had a bunch of fabric in it, and I'm like, I can't let Stinkys Box go. So I unloaded it and brought Stinkys Box back because I believe it was my niece's that did some artwork on Stinkys Box, and you know what? That's the stuff you gotta hang on to, right? So I kept Stinkys Box. Next up, Miss Kogut, Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. I don't know the fabric, but it is a 40 count using the called for. Man, these are kind of rough shape. Sorry. Here we go. Again, something else that I've done the outline for. I just love to see if my stitching's gonna match up, and I've yet to win that fight, but I'm always close. So we'll just pretend it's horseshoes or hand grenades, right? Is that what they say? There we go. So I got, like I said, the outline done. I'm doing the pretty flowers as we go. At first, when I started this, I thought maybe the fabric was too dark, but honestly, I do love it. And I mean, it's Teresa Kogut. I'm a sucker for anything she does. That's why I'm part of her Patreon. And I need to go buy another ream of paper so I can finish printing off all the things that I've downloaded over the years, because it's kind of a little obsession. Anyways, that's Let Love Rain on 40 count mystery fabric by Teresa Kogut in a mama bag. Another mama bag. Dreaming of Mums. I have plenty of Rosewood Manor too. This one's beautiful. I love the colors. I think that's what truly suckered me into this one. Because if you stitch any Rosewood Manor, you know you're doing a lot of 5 stitches here, 8 stitches there, 10 stitches here, 2 stitches there, that type of thing. So you absolutely need a thread book or a thread bed or something, because you are constantly changing your threads. But what is this on? Milk and Honey, Fiber on a Whim 40 count. And that's what I've got so far. So pretty. I mean, let's see. Get to the close up. There you go. Those colors beautiful. Just springy, summer. You can't be sad when you're stitching this one. It's not possible. Not possible. It's too stinking cute. Again, those of you that have been with me forever, you know that there is a Rosewood Manor that I just had to put away because that was too much. Gorgeous, but too much. But this one, I think I'll get done. I think I can do it. I believe this is another Plum Street. It is. Sweetheart Hill, another one going to the retreats with me, because she is almost done. This is on 32 count flax. And this house is no joke, my friends. There's a whole lot of thread right there. And, but it's awful cute. And pretty much everything else is fill-in, and, I mean, full coverage. Look at that green hill with flowers. So, I got the easy part done. But like I said, this might actually get done this year. We'll see. This one and Gathering Honey. Can she do it, kids? Can she do it? Using the called for. I don't stray off the color path but so much because I just am no good at it. Oh, well, that's fortuitous. And this would be the project that proved to me that I am absolutely no good at figuring out color. This would be Everflowering Garden by Owl Forest Embroidery. Another bag by Mama. And she big. Look at that. That's a whole lot of stuff in there. That's a 5-pound bag, because this is a beast with a lot of thread. There she is. Again, you know I have this thing for giant projects. It's a disease. I first started by trying to figure out how to do this with Cottage garden threads, and that's when I learned that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm still with Cottage Garden for a couple things, but I had to change some of it out. It just was not. It just was not. It was not cooperating. It was not cute. I restarted this project. I mean, everything about it was like, it was just bad. There was just bad juju. So we have since restarted her. What are we on now? Vintage Country Mocha 40 count. And, my goodness gracious. Look at that. Worked my way up to the top. Started at the bottom. Ooh, dear God. Anyways, there's the most recent addition. I do love the variegation in the thread. It is very pretty. And I have not taken it all the way around yet to see how piss poor my counting is, but whatever. I pretty much already know that, yeah, I'm going to be off by one somewhere, or half a stitch, one thread. I'm nothing if not consistent. So there's something for that, right? And it's all good, because it's cross stitch, and then we can call it art. And say I meant to do that. It's all good. In some year, some decade, that might actually make it to the wall. We'll find out. I'm not even trying to predict when that one gets done, because I know better. All right, this bag by my friend, I believe this was a Gina bag. Gina Williams, isn't that cute? Let's go camping. 4th of July camping. Right there should tell you what it is, right? Slightly mangled. 3 colors, patriotic bag. What could it be? It's One Nation. Bygone Stitches. Doing this on Ale, 32 count Ale by Rachel. Look at her. Ta-da! Last time I had this one out, I did get all the blue finally finished. I think. And if you look closely, you can see that I'm adding beads. Because as I always say, life's too short. We need more beads. So in the middle of the stars, I'm doing blue beads with white and white beads. And then in the middle, in between the little names of the states, I'm doing little red beads there too, and white as they come along. I'm going to do all the lettering last because it seems like that's going to go a lot quicker than these deceivingly annoying, difficult stars. But you know what? I still enjoy them as I do them. I haven't totally just wanted to throw this one out yet. And yeah, I think I messed up that grid, at least in one little spot, but guess what? You can't tell. So it's all good. And she's gonna look right purty someday. Maybe I'll stick her out here somewhere. I don't know. She's good size, so. I got plenty of bare walls in my house. When we redid our subfloors a couple years ago, I've yet to put anything back on the walls, so it's kind of sad. A little dreary in there, it needs a little sprucing up. Next up, Mary Gypson, Whilst Iris Naps. There's this adorable little sampler. Gorgeous. What did I do this one on? Thornfield, 46 count by Needle and Flax. I think I bought this as a kit from whoever. Hobby House, maybe? Oh no, this was the one that was on the Facebook group. Is that better? Teeny tiny little stitches, but pretty colors. Very bright, brighter than you think by that picture, you know, slightly off. So, and those are the called for silks, I believe. I got all silks on that one. Let me double check. Yep, they came in that little pack. Oh my goodness, they're hiding from me. Here we go. Yep, they're beautiful silk. You can tell. Oh, you just went to pet them. Such pretty colors. Highly recommend. I really like all of her designs. Very, very classic, pretty designs. Sadly, I think that's the only one I've got of hers. I might have one more. I just haven't started it yet. It's in my stash. In my stash. Next up, this is another Gamos Treasures bag. Which is these little half, I won't say half size, but the smaller size. I think they're adorable. Very cute. This is the sampler with bouquets or something along those lines. By Jardan Prey. There's 3 different designs and stitched all together. It looks like that. I pulled out some white Aida from my stash. And this is what I've gotten so far. This one's really cute. Their designs are so fun. Colors are great. Again, yeah. Pretty much on there. Very cute. I love that little motif. Look at that little bird, tree. It's just fun. It's happy. Using all the called for goodies. Again, I think it's DMC, is it? Yeah, all DMC. Super cute. So maybe that was a finish. I finished the one design, I went into the second pattern. I'm calling it a win, folks. I'm calling it a win. There's another Gamos treasure bag. And another really awesome designer, Crocheta Gogo. This is 4th of July in the city, I believe. Yes. Pardon my crinkled up. Again, I bought it from her Etsy, so it was just a PDF. And she has several versions of the whatever in the city. They're so cute. All this Halloween, Christmas, all the seasons. So cute. DMC. Beautiful colors. I'm doing this on a, didn't write it down there. I'm using a pearlescent. I think I just got it on 1, 2, 3 stitch. I believe that's a 36 count, maybe 32 or 36. I thought since there's fireworks in it, I'll do something pearlescent. Last time I worked on it, I just working my way across the top there. Did part of that red house and the little sunflower and the crow. Super cute. I love her stuff. Check out her Etsy store, but I mean, you can find her anywhere. I've seen her in stores, I've seen her on 1, 2, 3 stitch. You can find her stuff anywhere. Just back in the spot. Because I know better than to get these mixed up. Good Lord. Oh. Alright. This is another Barefoot Needle Art bag. Nice and bright. And these hold some of this From the Heart monthly Quakers. I think I have the June done. This is July. Because I bought the cute little box to put them in. Someday I might actually get to show them off someday. It could happen. Nice and easy. 3 pretty colors. I might have to think I have June, July, and August. Yeah. There's that. There's August. You know, like even a broken watch is right twice a day. Even this is right once a year. Someday I'll get it done. It's bound to happen. But I at least have it, in my mind, I have to have at least 6 months worth of stuff done to bother sticking it in the box and putting it on my desk at work. Otherwise people will be like, what is this about? And you know, they're not wrong. So, yeah. Sorry, doing some movements. Because this one's the last one for Stinkys Box. And again, it's another Mama's bag. But look at that. Thank God it's big. Any guess? Can you tell what that is just from there? This is Sleeping Beauty's Castle. That's a chatelaine. I have 2 kitted up. And this is the only one I've started. This is the called for every floss ever known to man. Not all silk, there's some DMC, believe it or not. I'm doing this on a 32 count opalescent white. And there's my marker for that's the top. So I have the middle of this mandala done. Started working on are they Jessica stitches? Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with Jessica stitches. I need to watch some more videos and or have someone actually show me what they do, because like one of them came out all right and then the other looks really wonky, but you know, they're flowers. They're not all perfect. But there it is so far. Trying to give you a close-up. There you go. I started beading, what the heck, because I want to see all the pretty stuff as I go along. And then it starts doing her little sections. Let me see if I have the, sorry, itchy nose. Do I have the picture of this beast? I don't know that I do. I should. It's gorgeous. I need to put it on my to-do list. Just get a finished picture of that to show to y'all. It's stunning. It's a lifelong piece. I'm certain of it. I do have the sparkling peacocks. Again, here's some more of the treasure braid that goes with it. There's all the beads that go with it. Definitely go to your, is it European Cross Stitch Design? European Cross Stitch Store. If you're gonna do a chatelaine, you can get everything there. They source it. It might take you a hot minute to get them, meaning the thread and the bead kits, but it's easier than trying to find it all yourself. So plan ahead if you want to do a chatelaine, and we'll see. And my friend Anne that I met at StitchCon was telling me about the chatelaine retreat in Charlotte next year, so maybe we'll try to do that. And maybe I'm certain if I'm lucky enough to get there, someone there can show me how to do a Jessica stitch worth talking about or worth showing to anyone, because right now I'm kind of like, that looks a little weird. That looks a little funny. Nobody wants to look at that. All right, kid, we're probably a little more than halfway. You're doing all right? You're hanging in there? Here's another Gamma's treasure bag. Look at those kitty cats. They're so cute. What is this one? Bluebirds of Hope. That's how you know we're towards the end. I have a lot of bluebird projects. Clearly I was on to something. This was, I believe, an exclusive for Claire's Stitching Post, which is a cute little store up in Vermilion, Ohio. Highly recommend it if you're in the area. She's right on the lake. It's a beautiful little town. And now it's the perfect time to go. Claire's Stitching Post. This is on Fox and Rabbit Eucalyptus 40 count. bought the whole thing there, so of course it's the called for. And it's a cute little thing. That's what I have done so far. It is nicer when you iron it. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible floss tuber. This is such a cute piece. I really do enjoy it. So pretty. Love it, love it, love it, Teresa. Love it. There's one, I think, if you just sat down and did it, you can probably knock it out in a couple weeks. There's a thought. Oh, another Gamma's treasure bag. What is this? Oh, this is Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor. I'm doing this as a stitch along. Oh, look. Stitch along with my friend Janet Stiff Stitches. It's hard to say, but she's a lot of fun. Go check her out. These are the Valdani. There you go. You know, you're like, I can see it written. Just read the word, Heidi. These use the Valdani threads. Let's see if I have the picture in here somewhere. I bet I do. I'm sure you've seen it before, but it's awfully gorgeous. Look at that. Just beautiful. Autumn Quaker. What am I doing this on? Tea-dyed Lugana, 28 count. Again, makes it so easy to stitch. Get you a little close-up. I totally jacked up the placement of that leaf in the little do-floppy here. Don't care. Not tearing it out. Jesus understands. Look at the colors on that leaf. Oh, neat. So pretty. Fall's coming, y'all. It's coming. I tell you, I walked out the other morning to go to work. 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, whew. It's still July. But it was like 55 degrees. Nice little cold snap go through here. And then we were right back to 90. I think the rain has stopped. I have a metal roof. I don't hear it. All right. This is Tammy. Yeah, Tammy Blaylock bag. So cute. I met her at the Rocky Run Ranch retreat last year. This is Julia Rachel De La Mare. Antique sampler reproduction. Gorgeous. So pretty. And let me see. Itchy nose. What am I doing this on? Hemingway by Needle and Flax. She's not as big as you think. Look, not very big. I think my head is bigger than this thing. And that's about a decent close-up. I did the ring around the rosy. Didn't match up, not even close. But it's kind of wonky anyways. Even on the pattern itself, it is slightly off. It's not totally symmetrical. So you know what? We're letting her run. There's the called for goodies. Very pretty. And she's gonna be a hot minute. Those flowers are no joke. Yep. I think the big motifs don't take nearly as long as the border, but you know, I guess that's kind of standard for anything, but maybe if I just devoted a little more time to it. It's all right. She'll get there. Y'all just stay tuned. Oh! Liner Minor collapse, stand by. Okay, next up is the Santa's Village. Is this? I don't remember where I got this cute little bag. Oh, there. Barefoot Needle Art. This is the Country Cottage Needle Art, Santa's Village I was telling you about. If I can find one with a picture to show to you. Here we go. All these cute little, aren't they adorable? It's that little candy cane border and the little holly border at the bottom that sold me. I'm like, that is so stinking cute. I've seen it together, stitched together. It's adorable. But again, one of these days I want to have my little stitchy tree. So I'm going to do these individually and do just a flat. Oh, did I finish this one? Say it isn't so. Maybe I did have a finish this year. Maybe I did. Hey, all right. Well, hot diggity dog. There's the first one. Poinsettia Place. They're cute. Even the white didn't make me cuss. I was using the, oh, what the heck is it? See? Yeah, that stuff. That's what I took everybody's suggestion, and now I use whatever this is. I'm having a brain fart. Well, you know what it is. Oh my word, why can't I remember? Sulky, there it is. I switched to white and black sulky. Black doesn't bother me so much, but white is just, is such a pain. I don't know why. And this does make a huge difference. It turns out so nice and easy to stitch, so highly recommend using the sulky white. Here's the rest of the called for goodies. So pretty. Can't wait to start the next one. And might just have to, I have a handful of things to actually finish, like do flat finishes and whatnot. I just need to, you know, carve out a day this winter and say I'm doing it and see what happens. Here's another mama bag. Back to mama bags. And this one is Serenity by Teresa Kogut. Love it. Gosh, I love this one. I'm sure you've seen it 100 times because we all love it. And I'm doing this on Up in the Attic. Is this 40 count? 36 count. Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. I did just work on this a little while ago. And you know how it is. You think you have all the stinking floss, and this is one that I had a list of things to get when I went up to StitchCon, and the 2 stores I stopped at, neither one of them had this. And the one stinking color, I need to finish them off, but that's all right. I will try again. Or I will just order it online somewhere, but I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful, Teresa. Again, here's the tea called for. And I'm just using some of my random floss drops, as you can tell. Look, some aqua flowers and some random summer fairies. It's the beauty of having your own little Etsy store. Anytime you screw up or whatever, you get the ones that you can't sell. I'll never run out because I'm forever screwing something up. Again, like I said earlier, consistent. I am very consistent. Okay, I believe this might be another Barefoot. Yep, another Barefoot bag. Ta-da! This is my shotgun stitch. whenever we're traveling somewhere. So I don't, Rusty gets crazy. Oh, there it is. Oh, my needle minder. Because we were just on the road a couple weeks ago. He gets crazy car sick, so he really can't, unless he's sleeping. Because otherwise, I love you, babe, but you're a miserable person to ride with. Because he's just like, oh, he didn't know what to do with himself. He can't look at his phone. He gets super car sick with that. So he usually drives, which is fine. Then I get to stitch. This is a mill hill because at least with the paper stuff, I can always stitch on this. Any other type of project, it totally depends on everything else. So this is consistent. I always just throw it in the truck with us when we're going. So Crocus by Mill Hill, because who doesn't love purple? There it is. So pretty close. I started this right before Christmas, so this was a trip to Tennessee and back. And thinking a couple trips to, oh yeah, we went up to West Virginia a couple weekends ago. Got some on there. Yeah, we're getting there. I think maybe by the holidays this year, that going back to Tennessee to see my sister. Probably if we don't have another weekend trip in between then, I bet you that'll finish off Crocus. But I'm gonna leave that out so I remember where it is. It's good to have a travel stitch, right? And that's why this was in here. I sell these little guys. They're called sneedle minders because I just stick it here so it doesn't get lost in the truck. And then this actually has a magnet in it, so I can just put my needle there. So hence sneedle minders, because didn't know what else to call them, so that's what we're running with. You can find them on the old Etsy store. Right handy if you do a lot of travel stitching. Like, I don't do a lot, but I do enough. So they come in handy. I actually use one even every night I stitch too, so that doesn't, my chair doesn't suck the scissors down in there. This is the Four Seasons Stitch Along. Should say Start Along, because all I did was start the first one. I don't have a pretty picture of it. There's another one I need. This is on Lap and Loops. 28 count Lugana. Which is beautiful fabric. And there she is. Did I start the spring one or the summer one yet? Sure didn't. But there's the winter one. That's why it's a start along, right? Exactly. But they're awfully pretty. At least I think I'm going to do them all on separate fabric. Just to mix it up a little bit. Just because. At least that was plan A. We'll see. You know, things change. And all I have is the pattern to show you. So one of these days I'm going to have to break down and get the color. Print off a color piece so y'all can see it. I'm sure you've seen it. Plenty of other people are doing that one. So this one is, this would be Bluebird number 2. This is Bluebird of Happiness by JBW Designs, which is gorgeous. I do have the color of this one. Slightly mangled. Just JBW. She just, again, classic, beautiful, delicate designs, colors. Just love it. Using the called for pretties. And look right at it. What is this? Cream and sugar? Yeah. 40 count cream and sugar, fiber on a whim. And there we go. I started this on one of my bestie's birthdays. And I told her I'm a little bit older than her. So that this one stays with me so that every time I see it, I can remember how much I love her. And then when I'm dead and gone, she can have it. And she can remember how much she loved me. What do I have here? A bug. Go away. What are you? Aren't you cute? I've never seen a little bug like you. You're interesting. Go away. You never know what you're going to find here in the holler. Critters of all kinds. Okay. Oh my gosh. We're down to the last bag, people. We're so close. We are so close. All right, let me check my notes here. Anything else? No. I'll get this out of the way. All right. This is one of 2 project bags my sister made for me using quilt squares that my grandma had done that we found again while clearing out the house. It was my surprise Christmas gift, bless her heart. I love these bags. This is The Day by Plum Street. This was a start along last fall at the beach retreat. Was it last fall? No, it was the spring. There we go. You've all seen that beautiful brick building before. This is The Day. Using the called for beautiful stuff. What is this on? Sandy Beach. 32 count by Fox and Rabbit. And there we go. When I first started it, literally had like 4 or 5 of these little blocks, and that was it. But I started stitching on this a couple weeks ago, and I went to town. I did everything else. I finished the border and everything you see there. It is a really fun stitch. Again, it's a Plum Street, man. You get going on those houses and you're like, ooh, I just want to do a few more bricks. So cute. I mean, look at those. Look at those bricks. Aren't they pretty? Again, even though it's right under the light. There you go. So pretty. Another one I highly recommend. It's going quicker than I thought it would, that's for certain. So it might not be too bad. Doesn't get a 10 out of 10 on the big girl scale. Big girl scale. I got plenty of those. I don't need any more. And here's my second grandma bag from my sister. And this one, this starts, I did 5 new starts at StitchCon this year. 1 for each day I was there. This is Catarine's Garden. Isn't that gorgeous? Another beautiful Hands Across the Sea. This one I am using the 103s, I believe. Yes. My first time using these. Had to get a little help from the group as to what I should be using, but this is a 20 count, I believe. Yeah, 20 count cappuccino. I just got a little start on it, but oh my gosh, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm currently on a 20 count kick because, again, you know what? Stitching just needs to be fun. I love linen and I love the teeny tiny stuff, but you know, if you don't enjoy stitching it while you're doing it, you're never going to get her done. So I'm like, you know, I like the smaller, but now that you're seeing a little bit more 20 count Ada out there, it sure is helpful. So there she is. Go get you some, kids. Doesn't have to be hard. It's still pretty. So I've kind of determined that's my sweet spot. I do love the 32 count linen. I love anything Lugana, that sure makes it easy too. Ada, of course. I like the smaller with it. But as you've seen, I got a little bit of everything. So stitch what you love, right? Don't get wrapped up into it. And Bluebird offering number 3. Bluebirds and Bluebells. I've had this in my stash forever. Love the colors. It's so pretty. So cute. This is another mom bag. I thought we'd get creative back in the day and do 2 double-sided action. And this is a, look at this, I was using some of all the floss drops I've received at random retreats. I'm like, heck yeah, good memories. So there's that, using the called for these. It is Winter Moon 36 count by Fox and Rabbit. Starting in the upper right corner. And that's what I got done so far. Again, there, the color's a little bit better. You wouldn't know that some of that is actually purple. It's kind of funny. When you stitch it, you're like, is this purple? And then you put it down there, you're like, hey, it is. You know, colors. This is why I don't pick them. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Because it looks brown, but then you put it in the rest and magically it turns purple. Amazing. All right. This is my Tiger Lily pattern keeper. Is that what she calls it? Project keeper. And I did her Christmas Advent last year. Highly recommend. They're probably already sold out, but whatever. So I put 2 projects in here. 2 Brendas. Brenda Gervais. Starting with Every Opening Flower. Gorgeous. There's really not a Brenda piece I've ever met that I didn't like. Again, using all the called for with a myriad of different floss drops to keep it fun. And this is on Fox and Rabbit too. 32 count white clay by Fox and Rabbit. Got a good little bit done. If I can hold it up for you. There you go. Again, when it's fun and you can see it, stitching goes quick. So pretty. Love it. Love it, Brenda. And then my other one is Rejoice Evermore. When did this come out? 22. Yeah, as I say, I knew this one's been in my stash for a hot minute. Because, you know, I collect things, like we all do. This is Flannel Flower 32 count by Fox and Rabbit. Flannel Flower, Fox and Rabbit. Say that 5 times fast, right? And starting in the upper right corner again. That's what I've got done. Again, colors a little bit better right there, but super nice. Can't wait to get to the bluebirds. What? Bluebirds? Blue jays? Birds that are blue? Birds that identify as blue? I don't know. All of the above. Alright, so there's my awesome project keeper. Tiger Lily. Go check her out. And last but not least, last project, kids. We made it. Alright, this awesome bag was made by Anne, my table mate, Anne Santilli. Isn't that cute? Love it. And this is Ernestine Bruyere, 1909. Mountain Mama Stitches. I won this off of her channel. Go check her out. She's a lot of fun to watch. She was doing this, I believe it was her birthday start, and she contacted me for some floss drops. So we hooked her up with that. And I was like, oh, what are you working on? She showed me. I was like, oh my goodness. Look at that. And she was just starting her floss tube. And I think this is like her second or third video, and she did a giveaway, and I actually won it. And I'm like, oh, it was meant to be. I have to start it. So I got, when I was there at StitchCon and went into their awesome annex, I bought some 20 count Mellow Stone by Atomic Ranch. And I'm like, that looks even better than the fabric I had originally picked out for this one. So again, started in the top right corner. And this is what I have done on her so far. Again, there's a better representation of the color. So pretty, but there's a close-up. And believe it or not, kids, I think that's like 1,200 stitches. Because that's all I worked on that day. Yeah. That's a lot. But anyways. Using the little wildflower bouquet. Aren't they pretty? Awesome. All the pretty called fors. And that, my friends, is that. 35 delightful projects to keep me busy for a little while. Like I said, I have a few floss drop designs to show you quick. You can find these on my Etsy store, which is the Cottage Cat Designs. Of course, we're getting into the fall and Halloween, so you have to have some new stuff, right? I mean, I got all kinds of Halloween designs already, but when I saw these, oh my gosh. I will show you just the things I print up before I glue them to cardstock and then cut them out and punch holes in them. So like here, who doesn't want dogs in Halloween costumes? Aren't those so stinking cute? And if you're a cat person thinking, but wait, I don't like dogs nearly as much as I like cats. Look at those. Oh my God, they're so cute. So again, they turn out more like this. Sorry, the rubber band's still on there, but there they are. So these are in the Etsy store now. Sorry. Flosstube nose. Look, I'm like, digging up my nose. I'm surprised I'm not sneezing. Anyways, Halloween cats and dogs. Come and get them, kids. They are cute. And then not to be outdone, look at these little guys. I call these little Halloween nitwits. See how they're like knitted, crocheted, whatever you want to call them. Look at those little guys. Every time I look at that gang of whatever picture, that's adorable. Those are so stinking cute. There they are, finished up. We got some autumn birds. A few bird nerds out there. We got some autumn scenes. I thought those are just... Is the word bucolic? There you go. If we could all go to New England this fall, I'm sure that's what it looks like. I like how those little birds, some of the birds flying around. Really cool artwork. And those are actually a little bit bigger. Let me show you here. They're like squares as compared to like the birds. They're a little bit bigger. So don't be surprised. If you want them, they're a little bit bigger. Because if you made them too small, you just didn't get to see the detail. And then I found these gorgeous things. Look at that. All these pastel pumpkins. I just love them. And I got a couple of new ones that really aren't Halloween-y, but I still like them. Found these old vintage seed packs. Aren't those cool? A couple different ones. So again, these come in sets of 20, and it's never just the same design. Sometimes I might only have like 8 or 10 designs in a set, repeating to make 20 cards. And other times you pretty much get 20 different, totally different designs. And I thought this was perfect for summer. So my floss drop of the month stuff here was this one this past month. They should all have it by now, so it's no big surprise. But I just thought, how pretty. Pretty lemons. So that's all my new stuff. That's all my projects. Again, headed to Missouri here in a couple, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. And then Barefoot Needle Art. And then Williamsburg. So if you're in the area, come see me. Say hello. Until then, if you've made it this far, bless you for staying this long. I hope you enjoyed something. I hope I've enabled you to go buy something. Go check out your favorite LNS, your online store, whatever it is, and enjoy. Buy yourself something. Tell them Heidi sent you. You deserve it. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you here in another month or so. Whenever I get around to doing this again, it's been fun, and I will talk to you then. Bye now.